Okay, guys. So, this video is just going to be talking about the CFRs, like my disappointment in the linguistic lore of the map. So, I've said previously that there was languages made in order to be a bit more like lore filled. Now, we base them off of Germanic or Celtic. It's like there's no in between. You either infuse Germanic or Celtic, or you take Germanic, or like you choose one language, or and you just add your own roots and prefixes, or change it, like pronounce it up a different bit to the point where it's like a little bit understandable, right? If someone was to have that, some words you don't even change. You could mix Celtic languages like Gaelic or the Brittonic ones, okay, and you could create a new language in the CFR. Now we're trying to do an east to west version, so most of the Eastern language, the Eastern languages in the CFR were always going to be Germanic, at least if that was like the native peoples of that region. So since the Wyvernians technically in the game's lore and historically as the players kind of went to the Eastern regions, it kind of swapped out with, what should have been Gaelic languages or any Celtics in general. But it appears that most of our players are disappointing me. So I had a player trying to do the Seditian language, right? And I gave him money to work on it. I told him Celtic, any kind of Celtic he wants. He could, take some words from Galician, which itself is a Romance language, but it does have some Celtic words in it. Could look at Galician texts of old. He could look at, Breton from France. Heck, if he wanted to look at extinct Celtic languages from mainland Europe, he could. He could take Irish, Gaelic, Manx Gaelic, Scots Gaelic, or he could take Welsh, Cornish, or anything, or look at the other extinct Brittonic itself languages. And you know what? You know what he did? No, he completely disappointed me. He based his whole language off of Hindi, we're just not going for that in the lore. It's angering me. And that's just working on the Western languages. Completely blew off the development of that language and filled it with that. Okay, now let's go eastwards. If you'll see what I developed in the game, which is a mix between different Germanic dialects and different languages, and Southern accent. That brings up another point. A lot of the languages, I said you may add your own dialect of English in there for certain words. Okay, so, and it could work for pronunciations as well. So when you develop the Furian language in the game's lore, it was heavily Germanic in structure. Okay, if there was any Celtic words, it would have been in mining terms, right? So, stuff we would have taken from Cornish or Welsh, which have a lot of mining history. Okay, and a lot of pronunciations or word changes when you took Germanic words or English words would have become from Southern dialect of English. Okay, I worked fine with that. Now, then you will go to the Jarian language, which it got far, but due to the fact that the players will not tell me, I can't make an educated guess on how far he's failed at what I was attempting to carry out. I stated Germanic, which he at first surprised me that he understood what I was saying at a linguistic point. But then he himself infused it with heavy Slavic words, like a lot of very much Slavic. It appeared to be in Germanic in structure, but then filled up with Slavic words. Which a lot of these kids aren't getting word structure or sentence order when it's coming to making the lore of the games. So they'll take Gaelic, right, and they'll just search one word at a time, or they'll just make it, or they'll search a sentence, right, how to say whatever, and they themselves, just for that sentence alone, will keep the word order correct or change it up a tad bit, not realizing that Gaelic or any Celtic languages themselves are not like Germanic, or even and it would even change as far as if you go to different Germanic languages. Okay, and these players don't understand this when they're working on creating a new language for the game's lore. And we got quite a bit more. Now, there's some that are supposed to be heavily infused, like they're just a mix. Though they could even themselves create new words. Let's just say that's like a regional word. Okay? I want for that special region. I was going to go as far to create dialects or major, to create even more lore for the maps and servers. But this is just not working out. If you got a guy taking Indian languages, okay, for what's supposed to be Celtic, you got a guy taking Slavic for what's supposed to be Germanic, it's really annoying me. Because I'm the only guy trying it out. Okay? And go as far as any text that I have in my languages, they constantly try to destroy. See you guys.